When you're starting a movie with someone like that, A+ talent, and you're the director, where you decide to trust each other. And it's kind of the best feeling, because you're just like, all right, great. Now I can talk to you like a mate. Now I can be honest, man. You're gonna be honest with me. That was shit, man. No, we're gonna do it again. Okay, bro, let's do it again. Those moments when you're with the actor and you're getting gold in the camera, like that makes it worth it.
And that's always the way it works with movies. When you become like the director and the talent become like friends and like collaborators instead of just work colleagues, the movie flows better. And if they go and create other movies, they have that same energy that they brought into the first movie, which I hope to see you guys collaborate again.
I'm gonna start a new project with them pretty soon. I'm coming to the UK to shoot it, called
How you doing, Dave?
Hey, how's it going?
Good to finally speak. So yeah, it's been crazy, and I've been wanting to speak to you for so long. Grew up with your work, man. It's like End of Watch, Training Day, Fury, the lesser known Fast and Furious. I just told him about Fast and Furious. He's like, it's crazy to think you were part of it as well. And now Beekeeper, which I like to add. We're creating a blackout for it with Lineage that I can't wait for the world to see. I think you've seen the work, but yeah, we're so excited for all this.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Being admirers of your work, one of our team's favorite films of yours, Kode and myself included, is Street Kings.
Yeah, Street Kings is like, for me anyway, and even I've talked to the team, is like the OG John Wick, so it's high praise for me. So
yeah, and within the Beekeeper, we definitely felt the flavor of with it having so many hidden layers with the different hierarchies of power. Is that something that you always were chasing with your writing? Because personally, we really love your approach to the dialogue and that world building.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, with Beekeeper, it's a lot about how systems of power can get corrupted or become twisted or forget that they're there to serve us. And you know, it's a bit of a fantasy in the sense that, you know, there's somebody that's going to come in and fix things for us, that we have an advocate that can make things better. And I like to think so in the real world, you know, because, you know, things break and then things get fixed. It's kind of a pattern. And I think, you know, Jason is a perfect guy to portray that, because there's something so kind of normal and everyman about him, you know, and to see him, you know, activate and fight on our behalf, I think is incredibly satisfying.
As you were saying, in the Beekeeper, the universe feels a lot deeper than it is on the surface, with so many things implied within the dialogue of the characters.
To touch on to that, it's like when I watch a Jason Statham movie, it's like I expect to go in there and it's all action and all that, like just action and fast paced. But this one felt more like there's a deeper connection. Like you actually look past that lens, as he was saying.
Yeah. Was that intentional? Like, did you want the people to feel the richness of the world?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I love Jason's movies and I love watching his action, and nobody fights like he does on camera, you know, and watching him mow down bad guys, I'm there, right? So the idea was to take everything that's wonderful about him and everything the audience likes about him and put it into a bigger movie with some bigger themes and some big action and some great cast and characters around him. And I wanted to make like an instant classic. I wanted to make a movie that felt familiar, like somehow we'd seen it before, but at the same time, we haven't seen it at all. And I'm really happy with how it came out, because, yeah, I mean, normally I do these dark, gritty dramas, and this was the first time kind of really embracing, like, the popular movie genre format.
I feel like you've added another layer to Jason. Like, I love Jason. I grew up with Jason as well. It's like he does all these amazing movies. But this one added something extra to him, which I don't usually see, which I loved about it.
He's a good guy. He's like a regular guy. He's a regular bloke. And he's like a neighborhood guy, you know, and I hadn't I haven't seen that from him, and I haven't you know, he's a dad. He loves his kid. He's all about his family, and I wanted to see a little bit of that warmth on camera, on screen.
With both you and Jason being, you know, in the scene for so long, what was the collaboration like between the two of you in the film? Like, did you both feel a connection towards, you know, this specific type of genre?
It's always tough, you know, because he's an icon. He's a huge star, and he really, really, really knows his game. And I want to make him look as good as possible. And then it's all about trust. And there's always that moment, you know, when you're starting a movie with someone like that, you know, A+ talent, and you're the director, where you decide to trust each other. And it's kind of the best feeling, because you're just like, all right, great. Now I can talk to you like a mate. Now I can be honest, man. You're going to be honest with me. That was shit, man. No, we're going to do it again. Okay, bro, let's do it again. All right, I'll do better. We got this. And getting into that rhythm and that trust, and being able to safely really critique each other, you know, like, I always bring my A game to set and with action, and Jason taught me there's like an A++ game.
And that's always the way it works with movies. When you become like the director and the talent become like friends and like collaborators instead of just work colleagues, the movie flows better, and it actually starts a relationship where if they go and create other movies, they have that same energy that they brought into the first movie, which I hope to see you guys collaborate again. Yeah,
I'm gonna start a new project with them pretty soon. I'm coming to the UK to shoot it, called Lovin's Trade. But it awesome. Is that thing of like, on Beekeeper, I operated the camera a lot. So I'm there on set, I'm right in his face with the camera, and you know, I can like whisper stuff, or you really see when you're close and you're there and you're connected like that, it's like this symbiotic relationship. It becomes this dance, you know? Yeah. And that's the funnest part. Like this business is tough. It's a tough business, man. It's hard. Just like, hey, it's 3 a.m. We're standing in mud. It's raining. It's cold, you know, or just the business stuff is tough. But those moments when you're with the actor and you're getting gold in the camera, like that makes it worth it.
And I see that in your work, man. It's like, I don't just see you as like a writer, producer, or director. It's like, I see you love your work. Like, you can see it with all your projects. You literally love your work. And even when I do my work, like the stuff I produce, it's when you wipe out the business side of things and all the outside noise, you just do it for the arts and craft of it, and it portrays to the viewer what you're doing. It's like, that's when people fall in love with the art. Like, to just go back to Training Day, not to speak about it, but just as in Training Day, I see that as like a masterpiece, and I watch it as a masterpiece, not as a movie, like how it flows, how it just from start to end, it's just pure bliss watching that sort of thing, because it's someone creating something so dope, and how they constructed it is crazy to me, because I love those things in the creative process, being an artist and seeing another artist do their work.
I mean, that's it. I'm always chasing soul. I'm always chasing some kind of truth. And that's why, like, you know, I'll work with the same people again, why I explore the same themes. You know, I've seen the world. You know, I come from where I come from, and I've seen a very different world than a lot of other people in Hollywood. And like, I love my job. Like, there's things I hate, like everybody, right? But I love my job, and I'm blessed to have it. Like I didn't finish school, you know, I was in the military. Like, everything about me, I shouldn't be successful. But I learned in life, it's not where you come from, it's where you end up. And I just want to take as many people as I can with me on that same journey.
Well, building onto what you were saying, did you imply that with Jason's character? Because although he's a force to be reckoned with, you've made him seem more soulful, like thoughtful as a character, and he has like a lot of righteousness and justice. Is that something you were trying to pushed for.
Yeah, that was important to me because like I didn't want him to be cold-blooded, you know. I wanted him to come from the heart. I wanted him, you know, to be a righteous man kind of saving us. And he is that guy. Like he is a good guy, you know, and he's a street guy, man. He's like he was a hustler. He, you know, North London cat, like woo woo, like doing his thing, and I think we connect on that level, you know, and because we're both outsiders to Hollywood, we're both outsiders to the system. So I think he felt safe with me to pull that kind of performance out.
We loved his performance and we loved your portrayal of it. And as you said, like we felt the whole normal guy approach, and it's like with that sort of thing, it's like we see ourselves, not ourselves in general, not me, but it's like we see ourselves being able to fight for justice or do the right thing because of that sort of push. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about, and it's hard these days. Like, you know, who's looking out for us, who's looking, you know, who's taking care of us, who's taking care of the world. And there's great people in the world, and there's a lot of good people that care. And I don't know if we're seeing enough of that in cinema right now.
I love the superhero genre, but it's like, yes, we do need that deeper cut.
Yeah, that's another thing to just add on to the reasons for why the film is like so amazing. You know, it takes a bit to speak about something, you know, that few films and media do, while you know, being a topic that they do not touch upon. Like within this, you talk about the mistreatment of elderly and how the world tends to treat them as something disposable as, you know, you get older. Was that a message that you had wanted to get across?
And it's not only in media. It's like also, like if you see it on socials and stuff, they ever use the elderly as like virtual signaling, or they use them just for clout, or yeah, you just see the mistreatment everywhere. And it's like, it hurts to see, because our upbringing, it's like I'm from the middle, like originally from the Middle East, and it's like the elderly and all that sort of stuff hits home to us, and it breaks us when we see it. And you touching upon it actually resonated with us beyond the movie. Like after the credits, we were still thinking about that.
Yeah, he stuck with us for quite a while after watching the film.
And that's like, you know, part of what's going on today is the older generation is disconnected from the middle generation. The middle generation is disconnected from the younger generation. And, you know, human life, the patterns of human life, like, you know, tradition, family, children, your parents, your grandparents. There's so much teaching and learning and love that can be passed down, you know, when you have your grandmother who loves you and makes you that food, you know, and she cares about you and you feel that love in the dish, you know, that's culture, that's love, that's important. And those human connections are getting broken. And so I think it is important. We have to take care of each other. We got to take care of our families. We got to take care of our kids, and we have to take care of our elders. And
see, for me, it didn't feel like a story you were telling. It's like when I saw it and how you portrayed it, it's like it feels like you've come from that background. You know that background. Yeah. And it's like, that's why it resonated with us, because we also have come from that background. We've seen it, like people close to us doing the mistreatment, or seeing someone close to us getting mistreated, and we're kind of we're helpless. We can't really do anything to it because we don't have that sort of voice or power to do anything. So seeing this movie is like, gives us that, as you said, who's there to help us. Yeah.
And that's always been the way it's been, is there's always been the warrior to protect people. There's always been the warrior to protect the weak, the elderly, the young. And, you know, it's the traditional pattern of life. It's what we are, and it's where we come from. And there's nothing more powerful than the family unit, and a healthy family unit, and a healthy community. You know, healthy people, healthy family, healthy nation, healthy world. And I think we need to go back to that more and look at where we come from.
Well, you portrayed that well. So hopefully, you know, I don't have much faith in the world, but it's like hopefully like it spins around and this inspires people. Like movies like this, stories like this, writings like this inspires the world. So hopefully that works out. Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, we just need a beekeeper, man. We just need a beekeeper to come in and take care of the hive, you know?
We need Jason Statham just to handle everything. Just get out of the movie, just be himself.
With Jason, you know, being able to relate with him so much, were you able to develop that connection with him that allowed you to, you know, draw out all the potential that you were looking for in his character?
Yeah, absolutely. It's that trust thing, you know, and he knows how the audience sees him, and I had to learn that too. You know, and it's interesting because the audience doesn't like to see him get hurt. They never want to see him lose. And if someone takes a shot at him, they don't like that person. You know, there's something so iconic and powerful about what he represents, you know, and you have to honor that, and you have to build the movie around that. And, you know, I'm excited to work with him again because, you know, as our trust and our relationship grows, our work together will only get better.
That's awesome. So I wanted to ask personally, it's like, with this, and you got the new one coming, and you got a whole bunch of other projects coming, is there a dream project that, like for me, I have dream projects, but I'm too scared to touch, not scared, but I'm too scared to touch because I won't perfect it right now. Is there a Mona Lisa that you have?
Yeah, I so get that. It's like you doubt yourself, like it's so important to you that you doubt your ability to execute, you doubt your ability to create it because it's so amazing in your head, but you don't know how to get it out on a paper or onto the screen, you know, or record it. So, you know, for me, I want to do another World War II movie, you know, like Fury was like my best experience, and I want to tell like a bigger story and a little bit different kind of story. Because it's that thing, I'm just like, that brotherhood, that connection, that there's so much power in that, and people really, I think, need to see that now.
I would absolutely love that. My brother in top 3 movies is Fury. So if you make another World War movie, he would absolutely love you for it.
Thank you so much, David. We just wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. For me, it was like a bucket list thing to work with you and talk to you finally. And I got to do them both. So, and hopefully we can work in the future together at a higher capacity. Not just promo, not just posters. But yeah, I would love to be working with you on your crazy shit that you do like later on.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And great questions, and you guys are doing good things.
Appreciate it, man. Maybe there's like a future conversation where we can just chop it up and, you know, talk about everything you like to do besides movies and stuff. Whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure there's everything that inspires you to create movies. So I always like to know what inspires the creativity of someone to create the pieces they do. There's always something.
It's deep, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for anyone wanting to enjoy the film, we definitely would recommend watching it on the biggest screen possible.
So
like, it's
I watched
definitely
it.
Worth the experience.
We're going to watch it twice, and we're going to watch it with all our friends this time because we didn't get to watch it in a big cinema. So, yeah, everyone go see it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Go to the theater and see it for sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
It's Jason Statham, so we know the action's going to be incredible. He does his own stunts, and he's absolutely relentless.
This is much bigger than a little fishing scam. Come on, bro. Don't move.